Putting live from the winner side, ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, down the tide? You will never know. You ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field.
No, it's not. None of my receivers got more than 90 speed, and I'm burning people deep.
On the job, you can see that. On my hip is real good. We don't need your feedback. They with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase up the rings. What I do? Lace up.
All right, Coach. U.S. Bank Stadium holds just under 70,000
I'm gonna keep it a stack.
And they've come out in
the
full
only
force for
nigga in this party who can beat me is Hollywood. That's
The
it.
scene a few moments ago. Here it
That's
is. It's unlike
it.
any other in sport. As both teams made their way out of the tunnel, these folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the Minnesota Vikings.
But Hollywood calls me dad, so what that must mean?
As of this morning, summer officially over. It's time for autumn football, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line.
He knows what happened the first game we played when he lagged out.
Would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Oh yeah, what happened was I started lagging. That's what happened. I'm just waiting for this Patriots, man.
Watch a slap, watch a slap, watch a slap.
What's up with Mr. Patriot? Does he not be online?
Slap, slap,
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a second and 6.
He left the lead.
Now again, right side. Taylor. 3 yards is half
The Jags, that's worse than the Colts. You see?
On third down.
That's worse than the
They did a
Colts.
really nice
You sure you
job
want
there
to?
defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. Third and short yardage. Vic.
That's not enough.
It's caught. Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A nice pickup there. 18 yards. First down, Falcons.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Vic readies to throw. He cannot get away. Down goes Vic. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't
Let's
let the
get real. Who's this
accumulation of
man's
hits
corners?
and harassment in the pocket
legendary.
get to their quarterback.
Legendary.
Got to stop that. Give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll take this to the
Marquise Lee
inside
been in the league for
midfield
some years,
before
though.
going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
Spread.
20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. They chalk that one up as a gain of 34 on 3rd down. From the red zone now, Vic. Being chased out left. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. From 13 yards out. And the Falcons take it all the way down the field and score on the
I can't
opening
wait to
drive.
play EG.
Well, these guys scored touchdown after touchdown in that win a week ago. So how do they come out this week? Same way. They've got that momentum going, a touchdown on the opening drive.
I think it's safe to say that they're in a groove, isn't it? I mean, a lot of times we've seen where teams have scored a ton of points the week before. The very next week struggle to score almost as if they used it all up. Not in this case. This group appears locked in.
And we're going to have to make some adjustments if you're on the other side of that football.
Nah, he got the Lions in the real league.
Yeah, he got the dig lane in the. He got the dig LeBeau.
Safety's creeping. Check 52, 6'6", bullet high. Hey, check 24, check 24.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook.
I knew this why you picked. I knew this is why you picked the
It'll be
Vikings.
2nd and 8.
I mean,
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got one. Check 9, check 9. Switch. Check. Rock it. Ready.
They run. Cook. And forget
Pathetic
about
defense.
finding a lane. He
Could
barely
never
had
be
time to
moved.
look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards.
You'll
on
find
the
out who I
play.
am soon
And
when you
that's
see me in
gonna
the
lead to a
playoffs.
3rd and
Don't worry about
12.
me.
Let's go. 18 Gator.
I know I'm making it to the playoffs.
Check. Yo, go.
No, that's not true. Because you talk about it if you're about it.
He's coming.
You're finna tell me the Patriots don't start off every season talking about the playoffs?
Mike, check. 59.
They do.
Back to throw here. Throw right side, going to be complete to Moss. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one
They
throws.
talk about the
Right now, you're
playoffs.
right. They're in man-to-man, maybe needs some safety help.
I would
And
say
then,
that'd
yeah,
be a
they
good
go work.
idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let
John, that
him
was
shred my
gonna be
defense.
Now Sanders. That's a 49-yard punt on the return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
I don't got no rules.
I'm taking the 4th down rule out.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
At the 33-yard line.
Yeah.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, Vick. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
On 3rd down, Vick. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining.
Yo, speaking
as
of
we
that, I'm
step
trying to
aside
change
here
my
in
X
this
factor.
first quarter.
Word. I thought we did it for you, Mike.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They will indeed go for it. Vic is going to fire one deep over the middle, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and it'll be a turnover on downs.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. You're out. Get it.
First down, here's the run with Cook. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Go on, go on. Let's go.
Cook. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Now Cook running right. 8 yards there on a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Check your hot read. Blue draw Corkers. Hey, high 7. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Watch QB draw. Watch QB draw. 45's the mic. 45's the mic. Rick. 5.
He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
8 read. 59. Watch the pass. Deuce, 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 deuce. Watch twins. Watch. Hey, lock it.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Ready? Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again. Watch that, watch that, watch that. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Kill, 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 kill. Check 30. Hey, Sam off. Out, out, out. Deep rip, deep rip.
On 2nd down, Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Another example right there how this defense is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they're dominating. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
In a blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 32-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in? Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman.
Yeah, I think Freeman might want to be my start. I gotta
Falcons
revive
are
him.
able to show off their quick strike ability.
Henry,
And
but I do.
maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
Yeah,
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
Me and
Whoosh,
Ethan
and off
out
he
here.
goes.
This will be taken
My
very
uncle
short.
had his pitch transported from New York.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard
They gonna
line.
take your head.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
He's brought down back at the 16-yard line.
Set. 15 line. 15 line.
Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. Check 24, check 24. Switch, switch.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS, SOS, SOS. Let go.
On second down, it's Cook. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be third down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Look, squeeze.
They'll set up a throw, and Walker has it. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I just text you too, Dan.
At the 37-yard line.
And if you look at the group me, you in that bit.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Check curls, check curls, check curls. Go, go.
Here's Vic.
Out the way.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
3rd and long for Vic. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. They're going to try and throw. That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
I just said this.
14 yards there and a Falcon first down.
All right.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now here's Vick. He's going to let this one go deep. This is intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. 58, boy, 58, 58, Mike. Yeah, you don't want none. 58's the Mike. Hey. Step.
2nd and 9 now. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half.
Don't say nothing about it.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, team 6. Leo. Bam. Crunch. Get it.
They'll look to throw. Walker with a grab, left side. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And Sanders now to return. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Hey, watch it.
From the gun, Vick. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing, Vick. He completes it to Jones. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Atlanta.
3 down, 3 down.
On 1st and 10, here's Vick. That is caught at the 7. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
A nigga supposed to be joining on the
8
Browns.
yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Nah, man. Hey. Look, you can look in the group chat. He already changed his name. He's waiting to get out of the game. But it don't matter to me. I just don't feel like telling that nigga, yeah, you gotta go.
And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Go on. Check.
They'll run it. Here's Cook.
No, I mean,
And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game.
He got Odo Brown.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up.
I don't know
on
about
1st
all
and 10.
that, but you got some playmakers.
Hey, Echo.
I'm in the AFCG.
Look at me.
Yeah, knock it off.
Hey, lock it. Under 10. Be driven.
They'll drop the throw.
Oh, you watch your Brown.
And his throw's going to be
Come to my division, I dare
tight
you.
end Herb Smith, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that.
I'll
throw.
probably see you next year in the regular season. I doubt I'll see you in the
The
playoffs.
fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Yeah, Greedy and Denzel are goons. Good luck building up Baker, though.
218, chop.
Kill.
Because Otto's not good.
Hey, Sam off.
Now Cook, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line.
I'll give you Terrell Davis for all he needs.
And it also brings up 3rd down.
Let me help you get your team together. Yeah, you do.
He said, thank you.
Come on.
So third down, and the Falcons going with a dime. 6 defensive backs.
Danny. 45's the mic. Good track.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike, 45.
Look, squeeze. Shoot.
Now back to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
That's taken on the 25.
Means you're in custody, but you're protected. You want Terrell Davis?
Well, that looked for a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a
Don't ask for nobody
return.
off defense.
And the
It's not
Falcons are
happening.
set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
you're tripping.
Relax yourself.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
That's okay.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 17, Vick. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Nah, we drafted though. I put
only
where
a
I
yard,
sent the
and it'll be
draft.
3rd
I
down.
put the rookies in so niggas, you know what I'm saying?
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. Freeman a 1st down and more. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Tavecchio good on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Create a new character.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
There. Rock.
They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. 27 yards there, a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Ready.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cook. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Even. 4 down. Even. No.
Look at me. Door.
Watch the whip.
Get it.
They'll try the left side. It's Walker, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Can you change my X factors? You got mine on McCaffrey, but he don't even get the ball.
Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth.
I'm trying to get it on John Elway.
Hey, lock it. No. Hey,
John Elway, yeah. Yeah, I'm good with Vaughn having it. I think Vaughn has it.
He already had it, so
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And he returns it here.
Wait, so I get to put it on somebody else?
I already did. Then you want it on Ross Smith?
He's offense.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL
Steve Atwater, he don't get it, nah.
Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time,
give it to Vaughn.
Keep advancing the ball down the field.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Oh, then give it to Champ.
To throw again, Vic. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Yes, can you give him a walk down?
Defensive backs on the field and covered
it ain't gonna let you. It ain't gonna let you. Yeah.
Grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
On 3rd down, Vic. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they will rally and stop him short of the 1st down. They get him to the ground at the 26. Now Vic on 4th down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules.
On offense, can you put it on Elway too?
He read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage.
I got to do what?
Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Beautiful. Yep. Tip drill. That's amazing. Yep, that's man end zone. Yep.
On 1st down, Cook. And he gets this
like he wasn't already. Knock it off.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run that sets up a very manageable 2nd
Don't
down.
even test him
a very
now.
solid gain on that play.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
We'll take it off. Trash. You know what? I'm gonna test it. Give it to Terrell Davis actually.
Again, it's Cook.
Yeah, hopefully it'll give me jukebox.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to give a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Knock it off. It's done. It is. Because jukebox might as well give you 2 extra speed. It's stupid.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. After seeing that, maybe time to go back to some downfield throws here.
Yeah, anything. Change it up because the teams that win, the best teams, they're the ones
93.
that make adjustments. Doesn't mean you can't come back to what you thought you could get done. Sometimes when you open things up a little bit, you can get back to what you wanted to do before.
Bam.
And Bailey able to knock it through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. Well, with that field goal, you can argue they needed to get back within 2 scores, and they did indeed do that, but still a pretty uphill battle.
Still going to take 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns to get back into it. As you and I know, that's a tall order against any NFL defense. They're going to need their own defense to make some plays as well to give them an opportunity.
Let's go. Let's do it.
At their own 27-yard line.
And Jalen Reed.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
That goes for a gain of 31.
First down.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Everybody, Mike 20, Mike. Hey. Check 9.
From the shotgun, it's Vic. They still can't get it. He's going to take off with it. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. A little juke. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. It's their quarterback. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted.
I'm
They
glad
wanted
with you
6,
might
but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not
That
ideal.
nigga Dalvin Cook got 23 for
Anything to put some
61.
points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
They'll be going for 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook. And he's got some space here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score.
Check it out, Reed. Deuce.
Rock it. Now.
They run again with Walker. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Hard. Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Go out.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Cook, and they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And defensively, a dime look here. 6 DBs on 3rd and 12.
No surprise at all.
Bravo.
45 the mark.
Gone.
That's track. Check 31.
Hit it.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Vic to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Despite the late lead, Vic's going to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Ready? 60 outlaw.
Oh, you got deep. Side and left. You got 3.
Hey, Zoo.
58, boy. 58.
Big grip.
They're going to look to throw.
Yeah, he's right by his head.
This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Vikings. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are able to close the gap just a bit. The Vikings leave the offense on the field as they're going to line up and go for 2.
Go. Check. Lucky. Jam.
General West.
No.
Check 59, Mike.
They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked by Tracy Walker.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. This is taken at his 4. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
This nigga. Nah, I don't hear you actually.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. It's still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get out of here with a victory.
And that's exactly what's being stated into the head coach's headset. Oftentimes they have a guy upstairs who monitors this at the end of the game. Little clock management 101.
That throw by Vic incomplete. So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one,
the
today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big
time. Your ass always active on the first night.
Yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of. But now, it's about taking the ball away, taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Which one are you talking about? Which are you talking about? For who? Can't do it. Damn, my defense played good. I'm lucky what this time. Come on, we can run one right now. Oh, you finna play DMV anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog.
What you